The dust is finally setting in Chivalry 2 after the massive Tenosian update. We got horses, new maps, and of course, a ton of new players with the Steam release. It was a really good update, and the game really needed it. However, we've now had a month with the update, and that honeymoon phase is kind of over, and the flaws in the current state of the game are a little bit more apparent. I'm Strider the Champ, and in today's video, we're going to talk about things that need to change in Chivalry 2, and that the development team at Torn Banner should focus on. Remember, you're not a member of the Angels unless you're subscribed to the channel. The first thing I want to talk about is how console players are kind of treated like second-rate citizens right now, and their user experience and customization level is not near where it needs to be. Let's face it, in 2022, most games give the players an extreme amount of customization, and on PC, we have this. However, on consoles, players can't change their controller bindings or increase their field of view. Console players should have the same level of customization as PC, and if the argument is that they'll not meet the proper amount of frames if FOV is increased, well, let the player decide if they want to sacrifice some frames for vision. Console players can't even read or communicate in the game chat. Maybe they don't have a keyboard, but we've all typed passwords in on an Xbox on a visual keyboard. It might take long, but let the boys chat. Now, before we move on, I do want to mention one of the biggest reasons I want these changes. Daily, there are Reddit posts about how players can't compete and they get slapped because they don't have custom bindings on controller, and this excuse needs to go and be no more. Newsflash, if you're getting slapped in TO lobbies, especially after the Steam release, it's not because you don't have custom bindings. Now, second on our list here is of a similar topic, and that's true crossplay integration. It needs to happen, and it really needed to happen months ago. It was very devious marketing to say Chivalry 2 had crossplay included, when really you can't actually play with friends on other consoles. It was kind of crazy how White Knights would defend this with they said crossplay, not cross-party, mental gymnastics. It's 2022, crossplay means you can play with your friends, and a few months ago, I was able to kind of bypass this with some of my friends on console, as they could just stream snipe me, but now with all the people playing, some of them try for 45 minutes to get into my lobbies before giving up. No more excuses, get true crossplay in the game. Now, topic number 3 really kind of grinds my gears because it makes no sense to me. None. There are currently 3 team objective queues on the main matchmaking page: 64 player, Tenosia, and 40 player. These need to be consolidated. I really enjoyed the Tenosian update, but I don't really play that queue anymore because, well, it's only 2 maps that I like mixed in with team deathmatch, which is kind of boring. The queue has gone stale. The new maps need to be in the 64 player mode. One of the TO modes needs to go from the main page to make room for free-for-all again. Free-for-all, in my opinion, is the best mode to practice on, and it's buried on the server browser, which we all know is where game modes go to die. There should not be 3 team objective modes on the main page. Speaking of free-for-all, it's time to make free-for-all great again. As I just said, get it on the main page, but most importantly, something was changed with how vote kicking works in free-for-all with the patch, and we all know low-skill Chivalry 2 players are super salty, and well, now they'll successfully and easily vote kick the top players out of almost any lobby. I never understood this, because let's face it, those guys, they have no chance of winning. Even if I get booted, they're trash and they're going to lose the game anyway. But I'm not going to play FFA if I get booted almost every game. It's just not worth it. Now, lastly, let's end with server and game performance. I know I'm not the only one, but I've definitely noticed the servers and hit detection have taken a step back over the last week or two. I've seen it worse, but I've also seen it better, and this is something that we really want Torn Banner to stay on top of, because when hit detection and the combat experience goes down, people quit the game. And on hit detection, for the love of God, fighting on uneven terrain absolutely destroys hit detection in this game. It always has, but it's very frustrating. There is no high ground advantage in this game, Anakin. So I hope this video doesn't come off with too much of a negative vibe. That's not my intention at all. Chivalry 2 is my favorite game, and after playing AAA garbage like Battlefield 2042 or Warzone, it always makes me appreciate how good Chivalry is, but I want the best for the game, and I want it to be here for a long time. We don't get medieval slashers often, so hopefully having a little bit of influence in the community, Torn Banner will bend the knee to the champ and put in the desired fixes, and put them in ASAP. That's it for me, Champ